Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's review time. I'm Grimm from the Bug Out Boys, and the piece of gear that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be Vanquest's Molle Sticks. So why don't I bring the camera in closer so we can give this piece of gear a thorough look over. Now that I got you in close, as always, there will be a link in the description to Vanquest's website so you can check out the technical specs of the Molle Sticks, and while you're there, check out the other gear that they provide. But this is how they come to you. As you can tell, clearly right off the bat, they do come in two different colors, a nice coyote tan and a black. But for the rest of this review, we're just going to talk about the coyote tan. They come with the lanyards, strings, whatever you want to call it, already pre-attached. As you can see, I've square knotted this together for a reason that I'll get into later. But this is how they come to you. They come in 5 inches, and they have this nice little snap feature right there. So let's talk about the positives. First positive is that it is really strong, really rigid. And one thing that I've noticed when trying to attach pouches to my Molle system is that threading the device, whether it be a malice clip or a high-speed clip or just one of these, sometimes it can get very difficult trying to put in there. Actually, I'll even, demonstration time. So you can it can be difficult, but as you can see, because of its rigidity, it's able to just kind of slide right through and weave back and forth to get in there. But the weight is comparatively not that much heavier than, as you can see, I have a malice clip here. And so it's not that much, more weight that you're going to be sacrificing on your gear. The price is actually pretty nice as well. On their site, it's about $15 for 4 of these. So I feel that's pretty nice because you're typically using 2 Molle Sticks per pouch. So with one purchase, you can mount 2 different pouches in 2 different areas. So a nice positive right there. But the key positive of these is this, as I cut away to my demonstration. So as you can see, I've attached my med kit to my drop panel here. It actually only took me a few minutes to do so. I have these 2 lanyards tied for a reason, because then I can grab this and yank to unlock and then pull them out. You could keep them separate if you wanted to, but I find that if you tie them together, it's just a nice, firm, gross movement for you to do. If your sticks are further apart, you might have to put some paracord in there, not a big deal. And if you're worried about this being in the way, you can just kind of tuck that down behind and it's out of the way. But again, med kit, I don't want it on me anymore. You do that, and it falls right off. Of course, I would have my hand on it, but I just wanted to demonstrate how quickly these Molle Sticks work. Now, as you saw from the demonstration, these are really easy to use and the pouch falls right off. Now, whether that be because you really like the flexibility of it, moving your pouches all around all the time, or perhaps an emergency situation, a piece of gear that's mollied on is stuck on something, you're stuck, you can release it really easily, or perhaps maybe you have a trauma pouch on you and you can't get to your friend, so you can unmolly it from you and toss it to them. These work really great. And then once the situation is done, putting the pouch back on is not very difficult. No more than using a malice clip or another Molle attachment system. Actually, in some ways, a bit easier. But another positive is the modability. They come standard 5 inches, but let's say it's too long. You can just take a Dremel at home and nick this down to 3 inches or 2 inches or 4 inches, whatever is necessary, so you don't have the extra real estate or a tongue sticking out from your pouch or your belt, what have you. You can still mod them. And then in a survival situation where everything can be used, however can be used, you could take your multi-tool or a sharp rough rock, or you could sharpen this to a point. You could put some barbs in here, and this could be a rudimentary spear for fishing or frog gigging. You could even, with this hole up here, you could actually probably use this as a rudimentary rain fly or tent stake. So it does have possible other uses than just being a Molle attachment device. Now let's talk about the negatives. And the main negative that I have found with these is that they do great with soft pouches, but not so good with rigid pouches. Because this is so rigid, there's not a lot of flex. And they are standard Molle size, but I got a piece of gear right here. Here it is. And this is my high-speed gear taco, double taco right here. And if you look on the back, I'm gonna try and do this, but I'm pushing, and it's going through, but that's tight. Now that could be tight because you have all of this shock cord in there, or go through here, not too bad, weaving it through. And it does work, as you can see. It is tight. Fabric does stretch over time, but when you flip it, here's the problem that I bumped into. When I try to mount it and you bring in that clip system, now that clip system is in the way of this mag pouch. And I mounted it, I gave it a whirl, and it was just in the way. Another thing about this, and I will use this as a demonstration, and this guy as well. So when you do this, you have to make sure that this locking device is locked to your panel, your bag, your vest. So boom, that's in, boom, and let's just say that that's sitting right there, right? Well, you tug, 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 won't come off. Release, and it'll come out. Now, if you were to do it this way and Molle it in, it would lock into this, not this, per se, unless you really, jammed it in there. Like, I mean, you could probably, yeah. So, okay, you could do it as such. And then lock, and now this would be locked in. So you do have some limiting factors when attaching pockets or pouches to your Molle. This having not a row right here will limit where you can do it, but know that this locking piece has to be attached. I can get it out, actually. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. And actually that defeats the whole point. This is a great demonstration. Get you off. There we go. Yep. Okay. Whew. See? Perfect example of that thing to be this way, locked in, released, comes off. So flipping it obviously did not work the way it's supposed to. So know that this locking device is going to have to be like this, and that if you're dealing with something like these taco clips, different Molles, there might be a little finagling to get it to work. And that is the biggest negative of the Molle sticks. But that's it. Everything else that I've used these for has been great, and being able to move things around and have things be able to detach very easily outweighs, to me, that con. And that's what I think of Vanquest Molle sticks. And I really enjoy this little piece of kit because it gives you a lot of flexibility with your Molle system, whether it's on your bug out bag, your vest, your drop hit panel, wherever. And if you have different pouches for different seasons you want to swap out, really helps out there. Or perhaps you have a particular loadout while you're going to your bug out location, but once you arrive there and set up, you want to switch all those pouches on your person. These make it very easy to do so. So if you enjoyed this review, please do subscribe, because there's going to be more reviews, bots, Pioneer Preps, Talk in the Woods, and Bug Out Boy episodes along the way. If you can do us a favor and check out our Patreon account, any support is greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions or comments about the Molle sticks, please leave those down below in the comment section, because I love to read them, and I'll get back to you. So till then, take care.